I'm cold this morning.
You just want to get pet. Hi, buddy.
Holy moly.
Some hunters gonna be real mad when they realize their horns are gone. Welcome to the channel of the Roving Veterans.
I'm Rob.
And I'm Bethany.
And don't forget about our dog, the Traveling Maverick.
We chose our name because we RV, and we're also both military veterans.
We bought our first camper in 2020 and been full-time ever since. We are Moochdocking at my little brother's house in Tennessee. Check out the clouds floating by today. And this is real time. This is how fast the clouds are moving.
This video is going to be our month and a half that we spent at home for Thanksgiving.
Gonna put us a 50 amp breaker in here and run it outside for the trailer. Gonna put it right there. Our waste container there, we just roll over here and fill it up. I've been using the truck to put it in the bed of the truck, and that gives me a 12-volt source as well to use the macerator to pump it into our container into the back of the truck, and then I just drive it across the yard to the septic tank. It's been working out so far so good. Well, folks, I was gonna show you how we got set up here while we're Moochdocking at my little brother's property. I found the septic clean out, and I'm gonna try to get that off of there. Look, he left me just enough to grab onto with my tool here. Papa gave this thing a haircut with the lawnmower. You wanna tell him what's up today, Maverick? What you doing, pup? Yeah, he's a good boy. He's in the cute pup club, I guess. Holy moly. We had a moly. I'll say had, because I heard little Zeppelin crunch it that last time. I think that's all she wrote for that guy there.
Zeppelin is so proud of her little catch. Yuck. Are you so proud of your catch? You're so proud of this, huh? Are you proud?
Today we're filling up water. Moochdocking here at my little brother's house in Tennessee, and this is our blue heated drinking hose, and got it hooked up just to the garage. He's got enough hose that I can just bum water whenever we need it, so I just run the hose out and fill us up. He also put us in a power plug, which was really nice. It's right beside the breaker box inside, so we didn't have to go too far, but that lets us plug up to 50 amp, which is super awesome. So that gets us our power if we need it.
Alright, so on today's episode of Camper Cooking, I thought I was making lasagna and then realized I didn't have half the stuff to make the lasagna. So what I am doing instead is, well, I don't feel like going to the grocery store because it's that kind of a day. It was like 30s last night, which means it's almost 30s again now. So I'm cold, and I don't like to be cold, so I'm not going outside just to go to the grocery store. So it's figure out what you got and can make with it. So I found me some dirty rice that was up there in my cabinet, and I'm going to take the sausage that I bought from a local farm in Utah and put in the freezer this summer. And then we got Maverick over here like, where's mine? So, now that you're nice and almost done with your taco, what do you think about the forecast?
I saw 20s in the forecast. Low 20s, 24. And that is cold in a camper. I don't care who you are. That's cold. So we're going to have to make sure we got propane. And, man, it's gonna be cold though, no matter what.
So what had happened was, we came home for Thanksgiving. We were in Arizona, now we're in Tennessee, and yeah, it's cold.
It's not supposed to be this cold yet.
No. So we're just gonna push on through, and after Thanksgiving, we're going back to the desert where it's warm. Thanksgiving on the road, home in the hometown. What we doing, dear?
Getting the propane filled.
In the propane field. When they're empty. So we're home for Thanksgiving. And it's gonna be freezing. It's supposed to be in like the 20s this week. We're used to Arizona. So we're gonna go ahead and fill our propane up so that way we're not screwed. Found a baby snake, y'all.
This was probably his last opportunity. Today it got warm enough. But now the sun.
He's a little bitty guy. You see how side blinder.
I'd catch him.
So we're doing a little hometown eating today in our hometown while we're here for Thanksgiving, and we're gonna eat at Schaefer's Meat Market in Summertown, Tennessee. This place actually has had Luke Bryan eat here multiple times in the last few years, so let's check it out. Thoughts?
Mm-hmm. Tastes like home to me.
Successfully had our wonderful Thanksgiving week meal at Schaefer's. Maverick hears the coyotes on TV.
See the Christmas lights? This is what happens when our ninja is cooking. Sometimes it makes our Christmas lights blink. I think our Victron inverter doesn't like running high induction loads. What do you think, dear?
I think
Thoughts?
that every time any kind of heat source is pumping, it pulls more power. Heat pulls a lot of power. So make sure you're planning for that when you're doing all your stuffs.
Yeah, that's lifeline for sure. We must be right in the flight path here, huh?
Yeah.
Because they flew by yesterday too, right over to the top of the house when we were walking.
Well, y'all, it is officially Black Friday, so we successfully had Thanksgiving meals with both sides of our families, and now, since last time we've been home, we went from we're the only ones in our family that have a camper to my dad now has a camper and my sister has a camper, so we're actually about to go out their way to show them how to use their camper because they both asked us, how do we do this? They saw our stuff, they're interested, and they want to start doing what we're doing. So let's go show them how to use their camper so they can get out there too. Out here at my dad's farm, it's a little chilly. It's day after Thanksgiving, and it's supposed to get really cold this weekend, like into the 20s at night. Not looking forward to that. That's why we're going back to courtside after this. But Got the cows back here hanging out. Most of them are laying down. In the south, we always say when all the cows are laying down, that means it's going to rain. So, yeah, we better get out of here before that, or we're going to have a problem when we leave Rob's brother's house because the ground is, well, we're parked on grass, so it looks about like this. Don't want to get stuck on that. So. This one is my father's.
Hi, how are you?
And we got a Gray Wolf 17 BH. So let's see what we got going on up in here.
I just plugged everything up.
I don't know that I've been in one like this.
This is like one of your bedrooms.
Yeah. So this one has a tiny little bathtub, right about the size of Maverick. That would actually be convenient. Cleaning his new camper.
Don't have any electric wires on it. It can't be. That's
Got the grandkids out with Papa and Uncle Rob showing them what's going on. Alright, I think we got it sorted. Hi, little buddies. Oh, there they all go. Or they probably want to get pet. That's what it is. That's what it is, isn't it? You just want to get pet. Hi, buddy. You see the cows? Is he pooping? Oh, yeah, he's pooping all right. They real bad want to feed the cows some grass, but it's just not working. Turtle! Where's yours? Yours is shark? Shark. Yeah, this is our hometown. People hanging out on horses, cows in the fields, and a church. Welcome to Tennessee. Some hunters gonna be real mad when they realize their horns are gone. Where did you come home with that from? I just opened the door and Maverick came back with a set of antlers.
best in the camper right here.
So this is Ryder. This is Rob's nephew. We've been parked in his yard for a few weeks now.
That one's in Sedona.
And from time to time he comes to visit. And he sees all the places that we went.
I think he knows more about our places than we do. What do you think?
Camper. Camper.
That's the camper,
Oh,
yeah.
that's the camper.
Here's the camper.
Look at it going down the road.
Alright, y'all. It's officially moving day. It's too cold here. So, we are getting Maverick taken for his last little poop in Tennessee. Well, in saying that, we're actually just heading to West Tennessee.
I'm going to show him
We're heading west, we'll put it that way. We're slowly making our way back to Quartzsite.
I'm going to miss the grass and the trees.
Yeah, it is nice having grass, and Maverick likes the grass.
But not the frost.
Yeah, no. This is too cold. Bye, Tennessee. Maverick has liked being out here in the grass. First thing he did when we got here was just roll around in the grass. But it's too cold. For those of you who've never been anywhere where it's cold, this is frost. And it's just when the dew sets in humid environments. And it ices everything. See the tiny little ice crystals? Yep. It's cold. What do you think?
I'm cold this morning.
You cold?
Ready to be in Quartzsite right now.
Right.
Ooh.
Well, Maverick's water bowl is frozen, his outside water bowl, because we are in Middle Tennessee right now and it's super mega cold. But I want to know how this happens. How does his ice bowl freeze like the ice like that? I don't even... That is definitely bizarre.
You think he tried to froze?
Well, he went outside last night when it was frozen. We're literally loading up as we speak to get ready to head towards Arizona. And y'all's song came on.
Every time.
Every time. All right. The time has come. We're heading out of Middle Tennessee, heading back to Arizona. Oh my goodness. That's a lot of water. Alright, here it goes. So we're gonna move this truck from here to here to the field. Here we go. Here goes nothing. If you're curious, the boards are there because the ditch is just a little ditchy. So the wood is there to give at least, lose a couple more inches because of the ditch. Look at the front feet, they're pretty close. Maverick, come here, Maverick. Alright, how's the mini split going to work? Oh, like a champ. No problem at all.
See America. See the national parks. Go out west.
How cute are you? Just making sure that there's no catching the power lines up there. Until next time. This feature on this truck is actually really nice. You can turn the cameras on plenty of different ways, but this way you can actually see while you're driving where your tires are on the road. I've always said we do have good gas prices here. Now let's see what it looks like whenever we get back out west.
Waving to the west, into the sunset, riding to the west.
Literally.
Stolen from Robert.
All right, y'all, we are officially on the road. We're leaving Middle Tennessee. Our first stop is my uncle's house in West Tennessee. Got a 3-hour drive. Should be able to make it on 1 tank of gas. We'll probably have to fill it when we get there, but here's hoping we can make the whole 3 hours and not stop. Let's do it. This is our hometown that we are leaving, and we have been driving around these roads, for the last month, and there's a couple of bridges that we have to cross that we know are going to be horrible transitions. So I'm going to try to go slow, and we're still probably going to freak out when we hit them, but we'll see what happens. Alright, so here is the other bridge that we were kind of worried about.
This truck actually rides better with
Weight
some
it
weight
down
on
a
it.
bit. Alright, here we
With
go.
some weight on the springs.
Wow, it is definitely riding better.
Slow down too. We're only about 55.
Shock of the century.
I knew those were bad, so I slowed down to 50, 55.
We made it.
That helps a lot.
Yeah.
I don't like driving in the dark. These roads are tiny and curvy and a lot of elevation change, and I'm not having fun.
So we're in this field that is right beside my uncle's house. We came over here to do Thanksgiving the Tuesday after night. The Tuesday after, but hey, we made it. Well, it's bright and early, and we just made it through our probably first night of extreme winter camping, or at least for us, because what
It
did
was
get?
already been in the 20s where we were at before, but we were plugged up.
Yeah.
And we spent last night in the 20s in the middle of a bean field or something.
Yeah,
You know?
we're here at my uncle's house for Thanksgiving. Yes, it's cold. So yes, it's a few days after Thanksgiving, but this is the only day that my family could do. All of us be here, or most of us be here. So we're here. So I'm gonna get Rob to show you how the Victron looks running off of solar after one night of really using our mini split. It's set. It looks like at 80 degrees because it's up high. Between the solar and the Victron and the mini split and the propane. Alright, so finally getting the sun back out. It is 29 degrees. It's actually 8:47. We got it 74 in here. And I'm going to show you what the batteries look like. Alright, what we're looking like in here.
Alright, we made it through the night. We ran propane in our mini split through the night, staying warm. The mini split's the only thing on right now, along with the TV and everything. But what time is it?
8:45-ish.
8:45, and it is a little cloudy outside, but we're already making about as much solar as we need to run this operation. So hopefully we will charge our batteries back up today while it's sun shining. We're at 34%, and almost keeping up with our loads now. So we'll see if we can get charged up today and if we can warm up.
Upon waking up in the field beside my uncle's house, I woke up the next morning, and I'm talking about from very first thing in the morning until time to eat dinner that night. I cooked everything from scratch, and we had a phenomenal Thanksgiving meal at my uncle's house. It was a great last meal with my family before hitting the roads again. We got my uncle over here and Rob trying to plan our exit, and Maverick hanging out, just making sure. In case you've never seen what it looks like for turnips to grow in the ground, check this out. So here's gonna be a baby one. See my size of my finger. There's this one. That's quite a lot bigger, I would say. And this is how they look growing. But these are quite large. But if you eat turnips, this is how they grow. And if you have turnip greens, that's this part. Now, we have to get out of here and miss this pole. And we're going this way. Now, we just want to really make sure we don't hit that mini split. Because that's the best upgrade we've done. Let's see how low we're going to get. That's my Uncle Howard. We call him Bubba. My dad's brother. Oh no. We got it. I just got to jump in. So if you were trying to dump your tanks at the Love's truck stop in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee, not ideal. Recently got a few RV spots. We didn't stay there, but their dump station is right here. Like, how are you supposed to do this? This was very, very poor planning. But Rob's going to try it. Terrible. This might be one of the worst setups we've ever seen at a Love's gas station. What on earth were they thinking? What were they thinking? Oh, wait, they weren't. Jeez. Just going to make sure he ain't going to hit this Oklahoma truck over here. Well, y'all, we were in the state of Tennessee visiting family for Thanksgiving. Actually, we were there from October 26th through December 4th. This trip, we didn't actually get as much footage as we have in the past, basically because we only spent a week and a month here, and most of our time was spent with family and not out doing and seeing things. But we were home long enough to be able to catch up and hang out with friends and family, which is always nice and refreshing. Because it's a little chillier than we like to live, we're heading to Quartzsite. We're going to choose to spend most of our winter in the warmer areas like 60s and 70s instead of the cooler areas like when we were at home getting into the 20s. As previously stated, we are Bethany and Rob, and we are a full-time RV living channel. So if travel and seeing new things is up your alley, make sure you hit that subscribe button and check out where we're going next. Along with RVing, we also fly places and go on cruises. So if that sounds interesting to you, we would love to see you on our next episode. And while we're on that note, we post videos every Tuesday, and if we have time to edit more than that, sometimes you get a bonus episode. Anyway, guys, Until next time. Well, it's bright and morning.
Bright and early.